Hey, Scott Russell, a little nugget on inflation. I have an interview on there with Venezuela from a little while ago, but they were talking to us about it. And one thing to understand about inflation and government is government's only answer to that when things start to go real bad real fast is socialism. So if you're a government employee, people think if I work for the government, I'll be safe. No, you won't. The government puts on more workers, they don't give pay increases. So inflation will go up. In the case of Venezuela, approximately, he said they were on about $6,000 a month pay packet, which then went down to $6 a month. And they basically, the government has somebody that lick a postage stamp, somebody else puts it on, somebody else writes the address, somebody else posts it, somebody else. You get the point. They just put more workers on. They try to find things to do with them. They don't get pay increases. Another thing he said is don't get contracts directly with the government. He said if you get the contracts directly with the government, they change it, the inflation bites it, and you've got no one you can go after, nobody that you can get reimbursed for. So if you're in business, don't do direct contracts with the government. He said make sure there's somebody else in between you that you can go after if they screw you over on the contracts. So just a few little thoughts on inflation. Best place to be is in essential services, or be the best that you are at what you do. So if you're the best accountant, you'll get the work. If you're an average or a below average person, be realistic with yourself and either change your attitude, change what you do, get better at what you do, or get into something else. He said people want to repair things instead of buying new things. So they'll repair appliances, coffee makers. Instead of throwing them out and buying a new one, they repair the ones they have. People that can teach people how to repair things. They're the sort of things that will keep you in times of high inflation. Where the CBDC plays into this, God only knows. Nobody's ever seen this before. But definitely cash will be hyperinflated. We're already seeing, they said they're going to hold back the CBDC value so people are not offended while they have cash. Ultimately, they're going to flip that. The CBDC is going to have a lot more value than cash. They will hyperinflate cash away. Loaf of bread will be $100, say, whereas a loaf of bread on a CBDC will be $1. So that's just an example, but that's the sort of thing they're going to do. Hyperinflation is going to get rid of cash. We are going to get CBDC as promised by the IMF, who owns every country because of debt, and a borrower is a slave to the lender. So a couple of tips on inflation. I hope you're preparing, getting yourself ready. I hope you've dealt with the fact that if you've got cash in the bank, you've done something with that before the bank takes it. But God bless. Talk soon.